What's up, everybody? Shout out to everybody out there, man. Shout out to everybody out there. Excuse me, you guys. I got my Hoochie Dash shorts on. I got
You getting ready for the season?
getting ready for the season. These shorts
It was
is
a bit hotter today than usual.
hiking up. It's not my fault.
I mean, I enjoyed the weather today. We were in the 80s. Good.
It was actually very, very beautiful today. I enjoyed my drive riding around. What's up with you, Dr. Dope? How was your day today, man?
My day was amazing,
Good, man. Shout out to you.
awesome,
Great,
beautiful, excellent.
great.
Hey, you know, when you talk, if I close my eyes, I cannot tell your race.
What, for real?
Yes, you have a power caller voice.
You know what? I've been told that before, though. Like, I used to work for this call center. I worked from home and I worked for this call center. And when I would read the script, people thought that I was like an automated person.
You know what I want you to do now? This is really scary. So maybe everyone watching, I'm gonna close my eyes. I want you to say, your bill is past due. Sorry.
Hello, thank you for calling Energy. Your bill is past due.
Yeah, that sounds about
No,
accurate.
no,
right there.
no. When you
She's kinda
said
fun.
Bill, you sound like a black woman. I
Bill.
guess it's something how black women and money.
Your bill.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
Right?
yeah,
I
yeah.
gotta put some
Your
emphasis
bill.
on a bill. I hate paying
Bill.
bills.
a bill.
Your bill
You
is
did
past
good. You
due.
was like, thank you for calling Energy. Your bill, nigga.
Your past due balance is $265.13.
Thanks.
Gonna pay that. You gotta pay them bills.
Y'all, we didn't even do a proper introduction. Y'all are tuned in to the Echelon platform. We got Dr. Dope in the building. Okay, you know he's been MIA. He is here today. And of course, we got Mr. Tony Montega in here,
Well,
guys.
thank you. And technically, he hasn't been MIA because this is the first official show.
It's our official show. We got it together.
I don't know. They not nosy enough, huh? You're not doing your job properly, man.
What do you mean?
You should have known that this is it. So there was no MIA. It's
I've been
showtime,
here.
You know?
No.
It's different for me because I've been here.
No, but this is the first show. All the other
Officially?
shows,
All the other
officially,
right.
they do not matter.
Right.
After
This
today,
is-
after
this
this
is the
episode,
one.
after this episode today, none of the other content that was there, none of the test run content. It doesn't matter if it has 200. It doesn't, have, it
It
doesn't
It
matter.
doesn't even
3,000
matter
views.
because
Yes.
this is the one.
So
This
you
is
were
it.
supposed to know that, nosy.
That's why I said it from the beginning.
Shout out to nosy name, but let's
Right,
give
shout
her a
out
round of
to
applause.
me.
Yeah, shout out to our co-host Nosy.
With the mostest, like,
You know,
Yes, I am here to be dropping nothing but knowledge and keeping y'all updated on the latest trends. So we're gonna go ahead and hop into it. And our first topic is very unfortunate. We lost a hip hop legend, DJ Mr. C. I'm gonna put him up here on the screen,
mix.
guys. Um, okay, don't judge me. I don't know who DJ Mr. C is.
a lot of you guys wouldn't know who Mr. C is because he's from hip hop in the 80s. And his latest contribution was helping Biggie Smalls get in contact with Diddy, no Diddy, no Diddy, Diddy, Sean Puffy Combs, which led to them signing to Bad Boy Records, and the Notorious was born. So, Mr. C,
Okay,
So-
look at Dr. Dope. Drop the bomb for him because he dropping knowledge on it. So like, what was he? So although he was a DJ and he like connected them, like was he one of those DJs that was making like mixtapes and?
yeah, he made mixtapes.
Gotcha.
Like-
the only reason I know about that is
Also,
because I watch a Netflix
do you know
show.
who Big Daddy Kane is?
Ain't
Kind of, but not
half
really. I just
stepping.
know that
he
that's
was
someone.
Big Daddy Kane's DJ. Big Daddy Kane is a hip hop icon. Shout out to Kane too. Brooklyn.
Shout him out.
Yeah. Big Daddy Kane's an icon. Mr. C's an icon, legendary man. So that's
The-
that power. God.
the thing is, there was always or has always been some type of controversy as to hip hop, the culture, but it's clear that Mr. C is instrumental in hip hop culture, and we wouldn't have the culture as we have it today without Mr. C. So we send our condolences and prayers to his family members and anyone that is affected by his loss, and for those of you who are celebrating his life, as we are here on this platform. Send your prayers and condolences to his loved ones and his family too as well.
And we've also lost another legend this week,
Who?
O.J. Simpson.
O.J. Simpson. So this here,
OJ.
so
Lost O.J. So
Dr.
I'm,
Dope got the O.J. shirt on with O.J. wearing a bulletproof vest.
Post me up.
Hold
Be
on.
one of those.
I can't. She
Join
got
the
something on the screen. I
Jerry
can't.
Lewis
I
special,
can't. I
man.
can't have the
That's my
thing.
shit, man.
Hold
Get
on,
me on
man.
here.
Hold on. Hold
Let
on.
me
Hold
do
on.
like, yeah, there we go. Check me out.
There we go.
Okay, so
Exclusively here, okay, on the Echelon platform.
okay, so I gotta ask a question though. Like, so what inspired the shirt? Like, what? Tell us what inspired the shirt.
First of all, OJ is a legend, guys. Like OJ was in Roots. OJ was in a Naked Gun. He used to do the Hertz commercials. There was more than just football. And yes, he was accused of murder. He was tried in our great justice system, and he won. So it didn't fit. You gotta quit. Even though people kind of like try to come at him for it and critique him, I don't get that, Mrs. Jenner. The is Caitlyn or Bruce. I don't know. I wouldn't know why you would say such a harsh thing at a time like that for his family to read. Let people grieve, brother. I mean,
Yeah, I think that it's very unfortunate that even in his passing, people are still being very judgmental and
right.
to speaking bad about him. Although
George
he passed
Washington
on.
had slaves, but you guys celebrate him during President's Day.
I think that
Make it make sense.
I think that for me it's I'm a super conspiracy theorist, and for me I just think that uh man, first and foremost, as somebody who believes in the Constitution, he was tried in the court of law by a jury of his peers.
And he was tried in the public as well.
And he was tried. No, not the public, because the people who are watching this are, predominantly a lot of conservative leaning individuals. And I just want to tell you guys, we can't be hypocritical. So if we're believing in the rule of justice, this man had his day in court. He was found not guilty. If you don't have anything to say, sometimes the best thing to say is not say anything at all. But if you're going to give your condolences to his loved ones and his family members, then by all means, I'm pretty sure there's information out there where you guys get to do that too.
Well, Caitlyn Jenner, who was formerly known as
Brucey.
Bruce Jenner, had a lot to say. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the clip. Now, I feel like that's a rude thing to say. Let's put it back here. I think that that's a very rude thing to say, that in someone's passing, to say good riddance.
Yeah, rude is kind of like putting it nicely. That was so disrespectful.
He has a family.
Exactly.
And-
Kids,
and
kids
If we're
who
looking
are
at
grieving.
if we're looking at the time that this was tweeted moments after his family posted on his Twitter page that he did pass on.
I would like to ask Brucey why to justify that. Like why? Seriously, like
I think it has something to do with the allegations that OJ allegedly had an affair with Kris Jenner, and there could be some resentment there. I believe that there could be some resentment there.
Oh wow, name with the scoop. I think that's it. A little cuckadoodle doo.
I think that it could be that, or it just could be that this person here in particular just could just not just like OJ in general.
Well,
Sometimes sometimes people just don't like people in general.
that's a possibility, but they were friends.
It though, right?
They were friends.
No, man, OJ was slaying. He was slaying. He was slaying.
But
No
when
pun
Caitlyn,
intended.
when
No,
No
Caitlyn,
pun intended.
No
Oh
pun
wow.
intended,
Whoa,
yeah.
wow, wow,
Yeah,
wow, wow,
no
wow.
pun
Excuse me,
intended.
excuse me. Let me get
The
some
only
help.
thing he
Stop
did
it.
was
Get some help.
Let me stop.
Yeah,
Let
get
me
him some
okay,
help.
look. So OJ, it appears, was a ladies' man, and he had his pick and choice. And I'm not saying that he had anything to do with Chris, but I'm saying that it has been alleged as such. And maybe he holds resentment from that, like you guys said, or maybe he just didn't like OJ because sometimes people just don't
Well,
like
there's
people.
a picture with Bruce, Chris in the backcourt while she was still married to OJ's lawyer, Robert while he was
Kardashian.
next to OJ while he was fighting the case. So there was a lot of big love going around there, you know.
Well,
little
there's-
Mormon
there's
activity.
also photos of Caitlyn Jenner, formerly known as Bruce,
Brucey. That's
and
where the C came from.
OJ Simpson. There are photos that's been circling around on Twitter and X, and it's also been alleged that they were actually friends for years.
Wow.
I mean, they were both.
So I wonder
athletes
what's the
at
beef.
the height of their prime at one point. So
Again, there's one or two reasons. He just didn't like, or it just didn't like
or
Chris. I mean, whatever that. Okay, I don't. What's the name of the guy
Wait,
again?
can I
Was
indulge you?
Caitlyn? That's the name. Caitlyn.
Caitlyn Jenner,
Caitlyn
formerly
doesn't
known as
like.
Bruce.
Can I indulge your curiosities as a conspiracy theorist?
Go ahead.
What if they had a relationship?
Ooh.
He didn't tell that it's really he's heartbroken. She's heartbroken, or they're heartbroken. Someone's heartbroken about it.
That seems like something. That seems like the whole. You know what? Look, shout out to Caitlyn because that is something that a woman would say. So let me give
When
you a
a
round of
woman
applause.
said,
That whole response to something that a woman would say,
nothing
like
you could do.
I can only imagine the finger snap after he typed the good riddance, like right after, right?
Good riddance.
I can only admit. What's the next story before
Girl,
we lose
did
on
you
this?
see what I posted?
I let them have it.
Sorry about my
The juice is loose.
All right,
my
so
juice, my juice shorts.
let's get into the OnlyFans model who, last year was in a very sticky situation where she murdered her boyfriend in cold blood. And most recently, her parents were sentenced to jail because they were an accessory to the murder because they tried to help her cover it up. Let's go ahead and hop into the story, guys.
Wow.
So yeah, that was that's I believe that it was very unfortunate that a young brother lost his life, but also, it's kind of I believe that you are who you date. It seemed like they had a very toxic relationship just from what we've seen on the videos. It was told that allegedly from friends that they were very toxic. They were always fighting, and it seems as if she just kind of had like a mental spazzing and she stabbed him to death. But did y'all see how big he was though? Like
He seemed
she had to stab him a lot
He
of
didn't seem
times.
big enough.
he didn't seem big enough. He seemed like
I mean, she had to go ape crazy.
See, I don't know.
Like, why didn't he get out of there?
He was a gentleman, and his mother told him never to hit a woman.
Don't hit a girl.
me personally. As soon as I would have seen her grab the knife, it would have been night night. I'm sorry, but I'd rather go to jail for a DV to be laying down 6 feet deep. It won't be me.
Well, her parents were implicated in the crime because she called her parents first before she called 911.
So he might have
And-
still been alive, and
and-
they killed him extra.
Maybe. I mean, but they're facing felony charges because they, uh, I guess, kind of help facilitate.
Of course they
with
did. And the first thing they
lies.
were supposed to do as soon as she called was say, he was supposed to go, baby, get the phone. Call 911. This bitch done lost her mind. It's supposed to have her go to jail. My God, I was using my language. I know I wasn't supposed to say that word.
It's family. You in for a penny, you're in for a pound.
Wow, man. What do you do too when your daughter calls you? She's frantic, but your daughter's doing OnlyFans. I mean,
She
it's
was
not to
an
say,
OnlyFans
it's not to say,
model.
yeah, it's not to say that she doesn't deserve life or whatever.
They
But
probably both.
she's
are
already
She-
into some heavy stuff.
She had millions of followers on Instagram, and she was.
Wow. Have a million more.
She's gonna have a million more. Let's see how many of them people continue to cop
Content?
that content,
No,
knowing
no.
it's gonna be dried up and forgotten about.
Well,
She's gonna have a lot of hostess cakes and Twinkies and stuff.
Soon they're gonna have
Well,
OnlyFans in prison.
Okay, so,
I'm sure that
so
happened
that's
too.
the spill, guys. That's the spill. So, she actually already has a fan page where there's people who support her, and while she's in prison, she's not able to create content, but she definitely have those type of fans, like the same fans that these serial killers have. So there's people who are in support of her, and I don't know how she's living in prison, but it may not be too bad considering the fact that she has a fan club.
Yeah, she's doing her thing.
Mm.
Shout out to her.
No, no shout out to her. I hope you killed the whole man.
Well, we don't know what happened.
Man, she was covered in his blood and stabbed him. It seems to be that she. Well, I'm not gonna say she was alleged. I'm not gonna say what she did do because I don't know. Was she convicted of it?
Yeah, she's in
Yeah,
jail.
she's in
Then she's
jail.
in jail. She did it.
She no, she definitely did it.
She did it.
But she definitely tried to play the victim role and say that it was in self defense. And clearly, from all of the footage that was obtained, because they also had cameras in their home, it was done intentionally.
Yeah, she killed them.
I mean, she did the deed.
She didn't want him around anymore.
Mm.
She wanted
She said
somebody
she
else to
said
do
it's
films with.
over. It's
So that's what
over.
it was. She had another partner she wanted to make movies with, and he was in the way.
That's most likely it.
So, guys, unfortunately, an 8-year-old lost their life in Kentucky this week because he ate a strawberry and they assumed that he was having an allergic reaction, but it was actually from fentanyl poisoning. So, we're going to go ahead and hop into the video and, just let's see how this even happened.
Wow.
Now, how does this even happen? How does an 8-year-old get a hold of fentanyl? It shows that he was very. It shows that this guy is very irresponsible.
Hold on, wait.
Well,
So
you don't have to worry about it no more because he ain't getting out.
I don't know that's something that kind of got us all speechless, right? Because it was assumed that he was allergic to the strawberries at the school fundraiser, and only for it to be discovered that his stepdad is the neighborhood street pharmacist who was not very careful about cleaning up behind himself or not exposing what he did to his 8-year-old stepson. And
No, he probably had
someone said
fentanyl on his hands and gave him a strawberry and poof.
can't see they can't they couldn't hear the clip. Someone couldn't hear the clip. We heard the clip. I don't know why you couldn't hear the clip.
they couldn't hear the clip.
That's what they said. That's what he said. Can I see this real quick?
Okay.
So yeah, we keep chatting. They can hear.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, but I mean, Tony, what's your opinion on that?
I think that when you're the leader, you're the leader. So when you're the leader, everything that's good is your responsibility, and when you're the leader, everything that's bad is your responsibility.
Pretty
Um,
much.
that there is just no way around that. And when you're responsible for children, you're responsible for children. I mean, I don't. There's no way. It's just he's not getting out. Like this guy's not
No,
getting
no,
out.
no,
Yeah,
no.
it's not getting out. It's not getting out.
No, even with it being further investigated that it was a fentanyl overdose, and once they started looking into the parents,
He's gonna do hard time.
oh,
Pun intended.
for
Yeah,
sure,
it's gonna be definitely.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's sentenced
And notice I didn't
and
say no
and
Diddy
he would
after
never
that
get
one.
out of
Facts.
jail. That's very unfortunate, man. It just I just don't like, hearing stories about kids who are being exposed to, crazy things at a young age. It's one thing when you're of age and you can make decisions whether or not that's the life that you want to be in. But I mean, this kid, he's innocent. This is an innocent child.
This is just bad all the way around too. So I mean,
Let's shout out to giving his family condolences. Prayers to the family for losing a young child like that. Especially love to his mother, because although this was the person that she chose to be with, I'm pretty sure she would never imagine losing her 8-year-old son that way.
if for the viewer out there, if you're unable to see a clip, it's okay. We're kind of not really playing too much anyway of it, so you'll kind of hear us just give our remarks about it while we put it up on the screen. Um, and I'm gonna look at back at the content to see what the issue is about it. But for now, whatever we put on the screen, we'll just keep you guys up to date.
Yeah, and just
Shout
let.
out to Tony showing all his thigh meat.
Yes, let's
Thank
go.
you.
You got an OnlyFans?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
What's your name?
It's called Hoochie Daddy
please,
Shorts.
please. I didn't think you were gonna say yes. I'm sorry, y'all. I take
Hoochie
it back.
Daddy Shorts
Retract the statement. Rewind.
at I Love Flowers, houseflowers.com.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
That sounds real snappy.
That's like really, really exotically there, right?
That sounds really good. But of course, we got to get on Rashid Rice. Okay. Last week it came out that he caused a 6-car accident, and me and Tony was able to just kind of go in on him because obviously it was him and his friends being idiots, and they decided to flee the scene, and they left a Corvette and I'm assuming a Lamborghini truck in the middle of the road, and they just decided, oh, we're just gonna walk away from the scene. So now a warrant has been issued for Rashid Rice arrest. So let's get into the clip.
So this is the crash, you guys. Boom. And he's saying that was them that walked away. They crashed a Lamborghini and a Corvette, was it? And then walked away from it.
And he just walked away. So
Sometimes you got to walk away from your problems.
But what it looked like to me is that him and his friends, they were just being, dudes who like to race cars. They were racing.
How old is he again?
20.
Right, he's a kid.
24, I believe.
He's a kid that has money he never knew he would have, and he's irresponsible. For them to kind of crucify him when there are other kids, Bubba and them do this all the time, and they flip their SRTs and their Corvette Camaros. Come on, man. He's a football player, so it's worse now. Everybody's gonna sue him. He made a mistake. He was nervous.
What else could he possibly do?
Right.
I'm on the other end of saying if he is
I
responsible
get
for
it.
this and walked away from it, hold his black accountable. There's no way anybody who reaches this level of success in their life should be doing something so trivial
Boy
and
is
putting themselves.
23, man.
Yeah, I hear.
But his insurance would have covered it all. That's the thing. I'm pretty sure he has insurance on both of those expensive luxury cars.
I don't think that was the issue. I think he's thinking, I messed up. I need help. I don't know what to do, and I'm famous.
Okay, and I
And
get
his
all of that. And for that, I
employees
would have
too.
called an
For my
attorney and I would have
safety,
handled
yeah,
this.
but they're not there. He's there in the moment. Someone could get out mad that he crashed their car and beat him senseless.
You know what? Someone could have.
Right. So
Someone
he's
could have.
He seemed to walk away. Him and 3 other people
Right.
perfectly fine.
to go and be safe, and then they found them. It's not like they weren't going to be able to see what happened.
So why not just stick?
I mean, Bruce Jenner hit somebody and left the scene.
Who?
Look it up.
Oh, yes. So I believe the lady's name was Ken Lowe. She was a 70-year-old, and he was in a fatal crash with her, and he actually ended up having to pay $800,000 in a suit.
Wait,
because
Bruce Jenner, the one that said
Caitlyn-
good riddance,
Caitlyn
got a
Jenner-
body?
Exactly. That is the pot calling the kettle black.
Oh,
No, wait.
Wow.
Pun intended on all of this, because we quickly crucified a young black kid, but other kids.
It's not about crucifying.
Nah,
It's
it is,
about
it
holding.
is,
No, it's
it
not.
is,
It's
it
about
is, it
holding
is.
him accountable.
Yeah, but that's not.
It doesn't matter if
news,
he's
bro. That
young.
shit happens all the
What does
time.
that mean?
Come on, man. That happens all the time.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it
You
does.
doesn't. You don't crash a Lamborghini and a Corvette and walk away from it. That doesn't happen all the time, brother. It does
Man,
not.
people crash higher price cars, and sometimes they walk away, sometimes they don't. The point being, it's not, oh, he's America's most wanted. There's a warrant out for it. Like he's armed and dangerous. That's how that comes across. It's not.
All right.
that
Well,
serious.
okay.
It's
Well,
not that
when
serious.
I was
No
when
one
I was
died.
raised, when I
No
was
one
raised,
died.
and
Some people were hurt.
I don't know how the parents is doing it now, but this is what I suggest. Right. If you got a black son, you need to explain to him that he needs to be an
The
example.
fact that you think that's a conversation that needs to be had in a place where we're all supposed to be free is silly.
You know what? Then he should be held accountable.
He is being held accountable, but it should not be publicized like he killed or hurt.
No, I
somebody
don't
like
think so
that.
either.
That's what I'm saying. The media is crucifying him.
Well, I
Police
also
have issued a warrant arrest for this Come on, bro.
Well,
That's crazy.
there's a lot of back and forth with this too, because let's consider the fact that it was told in the beginning that he was working with authorities. So I don't know how it translates from him working with
Right.
authorities to
To a
now
warrant issue.
a warrant
Him
being,
and his henchmen are
being
running up the highway. It's all portrayed a certain way, bro. Did you remember when the Duke lacrosse team, a bunch of white boys raped a black girl? They never portrayed those guys like that. Never, never. Like I don't.
Wasn't he found innocent though? Eventually, wasn't he found innocent
No,
though?
they demand. They right because they
wasn't
said
he
she
found?
was the hooker. And
But
all-
wasn't he found? Wasn't they found innocent? After?
yeah, a lot of people are found innocent.
But I'm saying so. Hey, just the
It's
same
because-
way with
You
OJ.
know why? You know
OJ
why? No, no,
was
no,
found
no.
not guilty.
OJ was a black
So
man.
were they.
See, Tony's not black, yo.
Yeah, Tony is rich.
Yeah, Tony's not
Tony
black.
knows the color
And you
means
remember how
absolutely
OJ?
nothing.
You remember when Jay-Z said OJ's like, I'm not black, I'm OJ. Okay.
Yo,
Nigga,
listen.
this
You know
America,
what? You know
bro.
what? And in America, they're going after a white man
No,
who's
they're
a
not.
self-made
No, they're not,
billionaire. Yes,
bro.
they are.
Listen.
They're making him spend a ton of money. It
No,
doesn't
they're-
matter who you
No,
are
they're
here.
not.
If
That's-
they want you, they want you.
No. Because
If they want you, they want you.
Listen, if we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's.
Because Donnie has had a lot of charges for a lot of shit, and none of
But
them went
they are
nowhere
all
because
fake.
he's white.
No, they're
He's
fake.
white.
They're fake.
The justice,
They're
America
fake
has-
charges.
Listen, bro, you've been to prison. You know that the system is overcrowded with people of our complexion that did not receive the same as a fucking person that was lighter than them. That's America, bro. Just like they rescinded the fucking amendment for women's right to choose. That was an amendment that goes along with our civil rights to be civil black people, to be equal as them. They can take that shit back too, my nigga. Yes.
Bro,
Yes.
bro,
So
bro.
to sit here and tell me
Bro,
that,
bro,
to sit here
bro,
and tell me
bro,
that
bro,
these
bro,
biases
bro, bro,
don't
bro. When you
exist.
finish, let me go. When you
All
finish,
right,
let me
so
go.
let me finish.
Hey.
To sit here and tell me these biases don't exist, that shit is kind of blasphemous, God. Yes. I've heard this shit come out of your mouth.
You ready?
Yeah.
To sit there and tell me that this whole shit exists, and then you know it exists, and you still choose to do this shit, it makes you the dumbass when you choose to step off the porch, knowing that they doing what they're doing when you step off of it. You could stay your ass in the house, mind your business, and don't play around with people who not playing around with you.
Right,
And that's
so
hold on.
basically you don't
This-
have no
hold
rights.
on, no. This is nobody got no
gotta-
rights.
you gotta
no,
live a half
no,
life.
nobody. Hold on. So wait. So let me finish saying what I'm saying, because I ain't interrupt you.
You did. You
No,
did.
so you finished?
I might be.
All right. If you know there's a system set up against you to incarcerate you, to make money off incarcerating you, if you know that there's a system set up that is strictly going after you and your babies, taking your baby's genetic makeup in order for them to weaponize it, to use it against your own people, and you still choose to go to those chop shops and let them bling your babies up and suck them up out of you, you the failure. This ain't got nothing to do with our skin color. Let's break this down. This is about greatness. I'm
Bro,
the Asiatic
it ain't
man.
just black-
Nah.
it ain't just black
I'm the
people have
Asiatic man.
abortions, my
I'm the
nigga.
Asiatic
Crazy.
man. Nah, I'm the Asiatic man. So I'm the original man. That mean I'm
Nigga,
the
blacks
father.
are
That mean I'm
13%
the
of the
father.
population.
That mean
Abortion has nothing to do with
and they're making over 40% and 13% of the population. Only around 4% of that
That shit don't- that
population
math don't
is
even
able to
fucking
have
sound right. You
able to
Asiatic
have
black men
abortions.
deal with
It's
math.
able to have abortions, and
That
over
shit don't even
40%
sound
of the abortions in the United States is done by less than 4% of the population. Make it make sense. It's a choice.
Bullshit. That's bullshit.
It's a choice.
That's bullshit.
No, it's a
'Cause
choice.
If we all if they having abortions, then who the fuck is getting?
I
the
see a
welfare?
whole bunch of
Make
Mexican
up your
girls coming
goddamn
from across
mind.
the border. They ain't
If
having
they
no
having
abortions.
abortions, who the
They
fuck
don't
is getting
eat.
the welfare?
They not worrying
Who's
about
the
getting
tax-
hair done,
Yeah.
nails done, none of that. They don't care about none of that. They having their babies.
Well, I think that you both have a point. I think that what Dr. Dope is saying is look at how Rashid Rice is being dragged versus the fact that we didn't even mention that Caitlyn Jenner even had a body that we all know about, and it was
And I'm not saying, and I'm not saying that that's not wrong.
Automobile body.
But I'm not
Automobile
saying
body.
that that's wrong, right? Look,
Automobile body. She hit
And I-
someone in a fucking
and I
car
also-
and didn't go to jail.
Hold
You
on,
didn't see
hold
the
on, hold on, hold on,
plaster in
hold
her
on.
face across the news.
And
thing.
I agree.
Let me finish, because you keep interrupting me, and then you wouldn't talk about abortions. Ain't got shit to do with
No,
this.
it has to do with everything.
No, it
You brought
doesn't.
it up and talked about the
Nigga,
system.
first of all, a
You
man-
brought up and talked about the
Right,
system.
Because listen, just like a woman can't tell you what to do with your body, a man don't have no fucking fucking say so over what a
That's your
woman does
belief.
for her body. That's her.
That's your belief.
My nigga, that's her body.
That's your
So when
belief.
they start whipping your ass,
Yo,
put you
it
back in
changes
slavery,
when I got
that's their
kids.
belief.
It changes when I got kids.
But you
It
don't.
changes when I'm responsible
You don't.
for your body and your protection, and I'm paying for it.
No,
and I'm going
no,
outside,
no,
and
no,
I'm
no,
breaking
no,
my body
no,
down
no.
to make sure I
No,
make
no,
your
no,
life
you
easy.
don't. You
No, it
don't.
does, because it's
You
my
don't.
seed.
You
That's
don't.
my seed.
You
That's
don't.
my essence
You
inside
don't.
of you.
You don't.
That's
You-
my essence inside of you.
Listen, your
You could have
laws-
chose not to do it.
Your laws say
You
that.
could have
The
chose not
laws
to
you
do it.
so vehemently promote, they say that. You
Say
know
what? The law say the states make the
no.
state. The states
You want me
decide
to tell
what
you the
happens.
law says?
That's the law.
Listen, you get a woman pregnant, it's her fucking right to choice. You're a sperm donor. That's why it's set up that way. That's the law. You don't have no say so. If she want to abort, she don't have to consult you. You don't have no fucking say so.
You know what?
That's the law.
You know what? And you know what? That's the reason why I ain't got no kids running around here.
You never had a person get an abortion?
No, not because I wanted them to.
No.
No. No.
See, a lot of you don't know. We know each other so many years.
Yes.
So like, for
This
me,
is normal.
yeah, and his and
This is
listen, I
normal.
understand Tony's a changed man.
No, that's got nothing to do with the fact that, listen, I agree with what he said. But when you bring in the system, champ, and you tell me that it's set up against us, now what I'm saying is,
It is,
okay.
it is,
So if
it
you
is,
know and you
it
got the
is.
information, that's like I'm playing chess and you
No,
telling
no,
me what
you
moves
telling-
is
listen,
already out there.
Listen to what you're saying. You're saying if you know the system is set up against you, don't live a regular life. Shelter yourself, have a half life. Don't achieve shit. Be scared. Live a fear. Live in fear.
How could I say that?
That's what you're saying. If
But
you
how
know
could
the-
I say that?
Listen to what you just said. If you know the system is out to get you, then don't
No,
do
what
this
I'm saying
and
is
don't do that.
go get a job.
The system should
and
not be
stay.
out to
I
fucking
said
get you.
stay on the porch.
The-
If you know they outside in the street handling business, stay on the porch. Go
Give it
get a
up for
job.
Clarence Bigsby,
Go get a
everybody.
job. Go get a job. Go ahead, give it up for Soul Brother number one. This
Clarence
is funny.
Bigsby.
This is funny.
Yes.
And this is Soul Brother number one. You make absolutely no sense, bro.
No, you don't make
what are you
any
talking about?
sense.
If you know they selling drugs, don't go sell drugs. Go to school.
No, nobody.
Go to school. That's what I'm saying.
Bro, you sound crazy.
No, I don't. You do. You're obviously not hearing me, or you're
Nigga,
choosing not to.
You're not listening. No one said anything about selling drugs. What I said is this: the system should not be out to get a group of fucking people.
And I agree.
So
but
what
I'm
the
saying
fuck are
is,
you
if
talking
you know
about?
it's already doing it, it's getting
No,
everybody.
it should-
It's
it's
not
not.
just black
It's not.
people.
It's
They
not.
poison the water for everybody. They
No,
poison
man,
the
you
air for
sound
everybody.
ridiculous.
If when you go outside, there's chemtrails in the air. Everybody breathing that in.
That ain't got
They
nothing.
put fluoride in all the water
Bro,
for
you
everybody.
keep making
Everybody drinking. No, I'm
rationalizations.
not. All I'm doing
You're
is telling you
yelling
they
and
don't
getting
care about
loud.
who
You're not
anybody
making
is.
sense, but I
They
get
don't
it,
care
though.
about who anybody
Yes,
is.
they do.
No, they don't.
There's a class of
They're
people
killing
here that
everybody.
get a better quality of life.
Man, they're all dying.
Period.
They're all dying, fam. They're all getting chemicals. They're all pumping chemicals in their hair, on their skin. They're all putting it in
Listen
their
to this
foods.
nigga.
It's the
Listen to this
facts.
nigga.
It's the facts. This is how the machine makes money. Cancer, everything else.
They all. Who the fuck is they all?
Everybody else but the people who at the top 1%.
Who the fuck is they all?
They don't care about color. It's a joke to them.
Nah.
Please, man, they're killing everybody.
bro.
They don't
Well-
care about one
The
person.
Constitution say different.
Well, if we want to get into people who are feeling
Constitution
feeling
say
a
different.
little entitled in life, let's talk about Terrell Suggs, who was arrested.
Another black man.
Ex NFL star who was arrested because he was in a bit of an altercation at a Starbucks and decided to pull out his gun. So let's get into the clip. Suggs. I said Suggs.
Another black man.
So I don't know if the audience can you pause that? I don't know if the audience can hear this, but they're saying he had a great high school career, college career. He went on to play for the NFL.
Mhm.
That he was charged with assault. And I think it's disturbing the peace.
Yes. Now, the reason why he's being charged with assault because he was at a Starbucks and there was a bit of a road rage altercation between him and another customer. I think one person almost hit the other person's car. They began to get in an argument, and allegedly Terrell takes out his gun and he flashes it and. He says, I will kill you, MFer, allegedly. So that led to police getting involved, and he was arrested. So that's very unfortunate.
Another black man.
I think
Armed and dangerous.
I think that he
We're
could have
dangerous.
made a better decision
Bro, we see on
of
Instagram
not
every day
flashing
white
his
people
gun.
pulling their guns out. I seen a guy on the 4-5 with his gun just hanging out the back as he's riding on a motorcycle.
Did he pull it out on branch on somebody and tell him he's gonna kill him with it?
Do you know what the other person was saying to him?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't.
In an altercation, you got nigga.
We can assume. Look. We can assume
Was
that
he
we can
carrying
assume.
illegal?
We can assume.
Did he have a permit to carry that gun for his protection?
We can
Because
assume.
he's a famous person.
We can
And he
assume.
brandished the gun because he might have felt threatened. He's
Listen,
not
we can
entitled to that.
assume. We can assume that this was all legit. That he had legitimate right to have a firearm. Right. What's being said right now is that he used it and brandished it and said he would harm
No
somebody.
one was shot.
So
He
no
didn't
one
touch
was harmed.
anybody.
Look, no one was
Right,
harmed.
no
No
one-
one's.
right.
We don't know the full
He
story.
pulled his gun
Right,
out
we don't-
to calm the
Yeah,
altercation.
for this we
That's what
don't. Yeah, for
happened.
this we don't know the full story. Or maybe he did that for that. Or maybe he felt like his life was threatened.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, maybe he felt like the person may have been a threat to him. Maybe he saw them and
But
physically
that,
thought
why isn't
that he had a.
why isn't that man giving that option before anything comes
Because
out?
this is the news media,
Right,
and
the
on the news
news
media,
media-
they will sensationalize whatever they want because
That's
they
not
want
true,
headlines.
though. That's not true.
I've never found the news media to show a black man in a good light
there are more
ever.
people. There are more people. Right. They never show a black man in a good light.
I've never disputed that.
That's crazy, though. Why is that? And why is that okay? Is what I'm trying to get across.
Because
to you.
what I'm trying to say
And
is,
for you to sit here. And
all right, no. So listen, it's a lot that we agree on, and I don't know if it's me not listening or maybe you're not listening. But this is the thing I'm saying, right? I'm serious, right? Because I believe we're saying the same thing, right? You're saying the system isn't supposed to do that, and I'm saying I agree. But since I know that they're setting these traps, I'm more mindful for them. I know that the news media doesn't have anything good to say about anybody that they specifically target. Now we know that they're going after black people, and I feel the reason why is because they use the hip hop culture in order to kind of destroy society, and they give black people carte blanche to destroy stuff, everything else. And then I'm serious, so they can paint us as destructive creatures when it's time and they need B-roll and footage and everything else. I'm just saying, when they needed everything, they have everything they can pull up, so when it's time to show them as animals, they can show them as animals.
But
They
bro,
can show them running in stores and
in
at
the
100
same
at a
vein-
time.
In the same vein, we're not the only ones doing it. It's just that
No, you still don't
it's
understand.
easy to point the
You still don't
finger.
understand. Listen, this is what I'm saying, King. We are not disagreeing here. What I'm trying to say is that they had Antifa, a bunch of white boys breaking a whole bunch of stuff. But you know that they were showing a ton of black people who were running in there, and they kept the footage. When it's time to show you in a dark light, they will hold the footage and keep it. When it's time for them to put it out there for them to come after you, they're going to come after you. All I'm trying to say is that they use it in order to show society, like, this is how bad they are. This is a problem that we have. Oh my God, it's the worst thing in history. No, I don't know what happened with this man. You can assume because he's an ex-football player, he's big or whatever, but maybe he's debilitated.
But we don't know.
We don't know, and we don't know who he was in front of.
Right. There were other people that were involved. We know nothing.
We don't know nothing
they don't
about
even
it.
show their picture. Why isn't their picture shown? Why isn't his side given credence like that?
And I think that this further,
Guarantee they weren't black.
who?
The people he had the altercation with. Guarantee they weren't black.
I think that they could have been, and because he's who he is, they just chose to put it out there because in some small towns and stuff like that, you're all they got when it comes to like headlines and stuff like that too. So it could have been that they were black
But this
or
is on
even
Fox
Spanish.
News. That's
Yeah, because it's
national.
the only because the Fox News in that state had that as their headline.
I mean, it was in Arizona. Arizona's a pretty big place.
Depending on where it is, though, all of them is like
Arizona's
little.
a thriving.
Yeah, it
city,
is.
So we
But
can't-
depending on where it is, it could have been still small. And still, he's still a star. So it's not like they get stars every day who
No,
get into
I mean,
who get
and this is
arrested
why the
or
man
you know what I
probably
mean.
Had his gun and he pulled it out because he's a target.
Like even when we spoke about the Diddy situation, I said if he's alleged to have done something criminal, then by all means do what you got to do. But why are we not talking about the Nickelodeon CEOs? I've been saying that for the longest. You know what I mean? Like I say
Yeah.
like, yo, I
Right.
agree that hey, if this guy's done something bad, you hold him accountable. But what about the old deeps that were harming the kids? So
That's pedophiles. I don't.
no, we can't say the word, so we have to say old deeps
We got to say
Well,
OD,
that
but
is
they'll
that.
shut us
But
down
when
over
you,
here.
here's the thing.
because they did it to her.
They shut me
You
down.
gotta. There's no accountability. That's what I'm trying to say to you. And it's no real accountability for people of our shade more than anybody in what's done. Like, we talk about people's past. When America's a great country, but when you look at the past, things were done to our people that have never been acknowledged as Johnson and Johnson. So many companies are
I
billion-dollar
agree.
companies from slavery. Presidents own slaves. We celebrate them. They should be ostracized and made pariahs just like Hitler. What makes it different? Millions of people died in the slave trade, but they washed that shit away, and it's acceptable,
I
and
think that
that's not right.
I think that when it comes to history in the slave trade, history is written by the victors. And since the victors were European, and at the time, it was pretty cool to talk about the slaves you had. They embellished, but never mentioned the black folks that sold them the slaves. I don't believe that the European had, if you allow me, I don't believe that the Europeans ever had the capability to run into the interior of Africa and just start picking out
Yeah,
grown
they do.
African
Why do you think
strongmen.
they have Bibles everywhere
No,
in Africa?
yeah,
Africa was not a
I
country of
believe I
Christianity, right?
believe that someone had to introduce them around town like a man, shake hands, make friends, like it's
No,
all
listen,
innocent. Then
and
before
but
you
that
look up, they
that's an,
selling
no,
the
no, no.
town cook
But
up.
here's two things I
But they
want to
didn't
say.
go in there guns
No,
blazing
no.
and taking them some
Listen. They
bodies.
did, but they also had trade. They would trade.
They would trade because they were going to
Let me.
India.
I let you
Go
go.
ahead.
They landed there and they would trade with the chiefs of tribes, and the chiefs of tribes
We'll
would
give them people.
capture people. You're gonna let you. All right. Let me. Would give them captures, and on their way back to their ship, if they caught errant people, they would capture them and take them as well. Now, here's the thing, though, right? That's nothing. Yes, black people sold black people into slavery. That has nothing to do with the fact that in America, where they brought them, it was outlawed and all of this, and they deemed it so wrong. But yet, rights haven't been made. Like, so what? You use that, but that doesn't say nothing. You're just trying to take the blame. No, the blame is here. The blame is on America, on the forefathers and those people. It's not the blame on Africa. Those people, Africa, man, bro, come on.
I can't. This is where there's a disconnect for me and you.
How?
Because you can't, in my opinion, you can't be the original man. You can't have civilized the Europeans by teaching them how to corral their animals, teaching them about medicine, teaching them how to make soap, and then allowing these same people to then up one on
You
you.
know why? Yes,
It
you
was
can. You know why?
okay.
Because you weren't wicked. You weren't raised with hate. You showed love. That's
No,
why
that's
No, let me finish. That's why they
no,
taught the
but
culture. That's why
okay, but that's your opinion. From what I see of it, that the Moors had plenty of slaves themselves too, and it was a
yeah,
black man
no.
who owned all of Florida and had more slaves than
Bro,
any
you're
European
going to
ever
other.
had.
We live in America. You're not a Moor. We're in
No,
America.
bro. You said there was slave masters who were presidents, and
That's
I
right.
agree.
That's
And I'm
right.
telling you that
And we celebrate them.
there was a black man who owned most of Florida,
But what did
and
that have to do
and
with
he
the
had
slave
more
master?
slaves than
Okay,
Europeans that was here.
bro. That
There was
has
a man
nothing
named
to do.
Hanson. He gave George Washington silver
So
in
you're
order to
saying
win the
this is
war.
Y'all,
this
y'all
is
go ahead and
justifiable?
give that.
No, what I'm trying to say is
give
that
that
at the
history
time,
lesson.
all I'm trying to say is at the time that this couldn't have had happened if they didn't have direct help
It
from
does.
people who were of our skin color at that time. It
Yo,
could have not. It couldn't have
if
not
somebody
happened.
harms somebody you love, right? You're gonna say, "Yo, he should not have been there."
No, I'm not.
All right then.
If
So that's
I'm
what the
there,
fuck it sounds
no,
like.
I'm not.
that's
No,
what it
no, no.
sounds like
See,
you're
no. What
saying.
I'm saying is they were there and they allowed it to happen. So if they were there and they allowed it to happen, then they got to be held responsible for it. So if I'm standing here and something happens to you and you're my family member, and they say, "Well, you were standing there and something happened to him," well, of course I'm responsible. I am standing there when it's happening. If I am not there, if 10 years passed and it's happened to you already, then I can't say, "Well, it doesn't matter. It already happened already." But what I'm trying to say is these same people who educated these group of people allowed these same group of people to enslave them. It doesn't make much sense. There's a whole bunch of the story that's not told.
What
There
does
were
that
black
ha-
people
I
who were
mean,
already here.
You're saying so basically, black people. It's our fault that all of the things that happen to you in your life. It's your fault. It's your fault the system is against you. It's your fault that America is probably
It's not your fault that the
you're,
system is against you.
you're deemed less than. You're in the Constitution as 3/4 or 3/5 of a man. You were looked at slavery, and these are the things that are in the framework of this country. That's your fault. That they deemed you with a tail, a monkey, and all of this shit. That's your fault.
No, it's not. That's the history. That's something that we can't change. But what I can change now is this.
So,
So
what makes
can
it,
nobody?
so it
So
was the
can't.
Jews' fault that Hitler wiped them down.
No.
Why not? It's
How?
the same. They let it happen to them. They should not have let it happen to them. How
No,
did they
you know
let,
what? No.
How did they let
Watch
a
this.
peasant
Watch
from
this.
nothing
Watch
start
this.
up and
Watch
become
this.
this
You know
person and
why?
wipe them
You
down?
know why the United States is even giving Israel any kind of money at all? Because they stood aside while they let it happen. They were there when it was happening. That's the reason why they pay out to the Jewish state, because
Right.
they were there.
They
when
were
it
there
happened.
when someone did.
So-
listen to what you just said. They were there in Germany when Hitler wiped.
No,
them
they
down.
were alive on the planet when the country was wiping out a group of individuals
Right.
specifically.
America, and they felt bad about that, and they gave them money. But they didn't feel bad about the people they went and took from a whole nother continent, brought them over here, and killed them motherfuckers
That
off
happened
as labor.
400
Doesn't
years
matter,
ago.
nigga. It's the same shit.
No, it's not.
Please.
It's not.
It is. It is. It is.
This is
But
where we don't agree, brother. This is just where we
you
don't
don't agree
bro.
because you one of them.
No, I don't agree because I look at it for real.
No,
It
you
is.
cannot
No, I look
it
at.
for
I
what
have
it is.
to. I
You know
have
why
to.
I'm gonna say this?
I have to because
bro,
you know what? It's
listen,
nothing. You know
no,
what?
no,
Listen,
no, no,
there's
no,
nothing
no,
that
you
there's
wanna
nothing
do
you can
this?
tell me about
Bro.
when you a leader. You a leader. So
Listen,
you,
no,
so
no,
you
no,
a
no,
leader.
my
You a
nigga,
leader.
no, my nigga,
You a
no,
leader.
no,
You a
no,
leader.
no, no,
If
no,
at the
no.
time you had
Nigga,
all this
you
control,
weren't talking
you
this shit
controlled
when you
all
was
these
in-
people.
you
You
weren't
control
talking
all
this
these
shit in Fort
people.
Dix.
You
You
taught
weren't
all these
talking this shit
people
behind
because
that
I
wall.
changed.
Behind that wall, you were, oh man, it's wrong. I'm
What's
a strong
wrong?
man. All of this shit. Now you.
I was a straw man out here. I was a straw man. I was a straw. I was a straw. I was a straw man out here. No, I see it for what it is. I have no excuse.
You are making excuses.
No,
You're
how?
saying- you're
For
saying
what?
That the Jews were accosted, and that was recent, so that's good. Why America took care of them. Black people, that was 400 years ago.
Who said?
And
Whoa,
black
whoa,
people
whoa, whoa.
gave black people to black
Ho, ho,
people.
ho, 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 ho.
First of all,
Who said? Wait. Who said? I said it's okay that people take care of them. I told you why they're paying them money. It's because at the time they did nothing. They
It
stood
doesn't
aside.
matter,
They
bro.
stood
It-
aside.
it
You know
had-
what? That's your opinion.
No,
And
because you know
respectfully, I can respect where
Right.
you coming from. That's cool. But what I'm trying to tell you is where I'm coming from. When you're the leader, you're responsible.
No, bro.
You
No,
can't tell me
no,
someone
no.
took something from my ancestors
No,
and
they did, they did, they
and
did,
then
they
I
did.
not look
All of your
and then
ancestors.
I not look at my ancestors and say, well, why y'all let that happen?
Yo, shout out to everybody that's in the comments. Y'all make sure that y'all tap on that heart, okay? For everybody that's currently watching, make sure that you subscribe. Definitely hit that bell so that you can be notified when we are live,
You
y'all.
definitely want to get notified because we cooking.
It's cooking today, okay?
We
Look,
cooking every day.
I'm
What do you
loving
mean today?
I'm loving everything about it. Shout out to everybody that's in the comments. Okay. You guys are the real MVPs. Thank you so much for rocking with us. We still have a couple more topics to get into, but let's get into this one. If somebody accidentally sent you 150K, are you keeping it or are you sending it back?
Depends on who it is. If it's me, I can't keep it.
Well, if it's a random, so you received 150K in your bank account from a random person you don't know, or a random, let's just say,
Nope, I'm giving it back because I know it's a trick to that. They're gonna say I
Yeah,
spent
I'm
more
giving it
than I
back.
got because
You're
I'm
gonna-
giving it back. I'm
you're
giving it
giving it
back.
back?
I'm
I'm
giving it
a
back.
black man.
I'm giving it back.
It's gonna be 10 times worse.
well, okay, so can we also say that there's a disclaimer when you do transfer of money in the bank that when you're doing a transfer, there's a notification that lets you know, make sure you're sending this to
Because
the
once it's gone, it's gone.
make sure you're sending this to the right person because once you send it, that's it. If that person does not want to send that money back to you, they are not legally obligated to do so. So let's talk about Van Cleet and apparels. Am I saying it right? You know, y'all the luxury dudes. I don't own one of these $30,000 bracelets.
I wouldn't buy that anyway. I think that's for people who are on the fence and low key live a low key on the low life.
Okay, so Van Cleet and Arpels has been fighting to get $150,000 back that they accidentally wired to the wrong person. Now, here's the thing. The account that they wired it to, this person has not been responsive to them, and they don't even know who it is. So in the lawsuit, they stated that they are suing Jane Doe or John Doe to get their
Oh, they
150K
don't know
back.
the people.
They don't know them.
Oh, so they can't get it back.
They can't get it back. They don't even know who they sent it to. Their lawyers have been reaching out to the person that owns this.
Shout out to them.
The bank has tried to work something
Now,
out with
if I
them.
got
and there hasn't been-
$150,000 wired to me from Van Cleef, I don't think that I'm returning that.
Shout out to them.
You don't think you're gonna? I wouldn't return
and I
it.
hope they were black.
I'm gonna say that that's a blessing.
I hope that whoever got it, no matter what color they are, I hope that they can use it, and I hope that their families can use it. And
Well,
that's
I
what
hope they
matters.
were black. Now,
Pro
you got a
black,
problem
not
with
no.
that? I hope
You
they
know
were
what?
black.
I mean, I think that
it's not.
I think that it's dope to be pro-black. You feel me? But for me, I'm just not with no excuses. You know what I mean? Like I got everything from the mud. Nobody gave me nothing.
You feel me? My father was a dope fiend. My mom didn't give a fuck about me.
What's
Nobody
the
gave me
mud? What is
nothing.
the mud,
So at
though?
the end
What
of
is
the
the
day,
mud?
the mud mean nothing. From nothing.
What
From
is-
having nothing. From literally looking at roaches trying to get to the cereal before I got to it. From having me, my brother, my sister all sharing the same spoon on Saturday while we was sitting there smacking the TV because the aluminum foil that had it connected and the little
why do you think y'all was
because
doing that?
because
It
we
had
came
bad
we came from because
reception?
the struggle. It was
Do
what it
you
was.
know the
You know what?
struggle?
You know what the
Do you
struggle
know
was?
when houses was $7,000, all families got loans. Even all working families got loans for houses, except us. We never had a chance to participate in the generational wealth of this country because they wouldn't give us loans. So that's the reason why you and your family was in the projects and y'all
Nah,
never
that's
owned
not.
anything.
My
It
mother
is,
made
it is,
very
it is.
poor choices
No, your
because the
mother
first
never had
man
a
she was
chance,
no, that's
bro.
a lie.
She never had a
so
chance.
I mean, no,
It's
that's
the
a lie.
system.
That's
It's
a
the
lie.
system.
So that's a lie.
Just
So
like we vote
so
in law.
when you're finished, I mean, let me
Right,
say
and
this.
you let me. You
Go ahead,
never let
go
me.
ahead,
No,
go ahead.
I want to talk
Because you're telling me about my mom. That's why. But go ahead.
Yeah, I'm telling
Go
you,
ahead.
and I'm telling you some other shit.
Go ahead. No, you tell me about my mom. So go ahead.
Yeah, she never had a chance here.
Yeah, she never. No, she
had a
did
chance.
because she had a good man who she was initially with that she didn't want
She didn't
anymore.
have a chance.
That she didn't want
She didn't have a
anymore,
chance.
or because she went for someone else who was shiny, someone else who was flashy. That someone else was my father. She had a dude who went and had a 9 to 5. She had a baby for him already. She was abusive, verbally
She
abusive
didn't
to him.
have a chance.
And to this
She
day, if I
didn't
got
have
her
a
on the
chance.
phone right now, you know what she would say? That's the first man and the wrong man she's ever made a mistake on, and she wished she never did it. My mom, God bless her soul, is well in her 60s, about to touch her 70s, and she's a single woman who wished she never did what she did to that man. So poor choices made my mother a single
she was
mother.
born in the 50s or the late 40s.
Yeah, and she made poor choices.
They was still
Because my grandmother was
when
married.
Your mother was born. Blacks couldn't drink out of the same water fountains as whites. They couldn't go to the same bathrooms as whites. But you know that's America, where we had a shot.
I don't know how to fix the main camera.
Okay, hold on. What's this?
What happened?
It's cutting you out.
Oh no, I probably went back too far. 'Cause my
Okay.
chairs, it'd be leaning.
Oh yeah, I was just like, okay, how can I readjust?
sorry.
Yeah, because they
everything
can't.
out?
It's locked in.
Oh, it's locked in. Okay, we're good. I was just like, okay, I'm trying to capture you.
I'm sorry.
Look, y'all know Nosy Nay over here on IT.
I'm
and,
sorry,
and,
I didn't
and
know I
Tony's
was
still
on a
teaching
frame.
me. Tony's still teaching me every day.
And
But
and Mr. Johnson went on to get married, raised 2 good kids, and he was a good man. God bless his soul until the day that he passed away. So all I'm trying to say is that some people do have a real struggle. I grew up in the crack era. My family sold drugs. We all had to, get by everything else. I watched people die in front of me, right in front of me. I'm just saying is that it never gave me a reason to want to stop. It never gave me a reason to not want to be better. It never gave me a reason to say, well, I'm gonna quit because of this. I looked at a lot of adversity in my life and I chose to continue to keep going forward. And I knew when I was raised, at least when I was raised, I was always taught that when you're a black man, you have to be a representation of what it is to be black. You got to be better. You got to be better. And in spite of me having a criminal past, growing up being a criminal, I knew how to read. I knew how to write. I was very intelligent growing up. I was very capable growing up, and I
they
always
told
knew
you
that I
you
had to be the smartest
better
person.
As a young kid, right?
They taught you that.
Right. No,
they
no,
taught you that.
listen, and if you hear me, my nigga, this is what I'm trying to say to you. That is not fair to us have to be told that, to have to live life that way when other kids of other complexions just live freely. They're free to make mistakes. They're free to go about and just be them. Imagine that.
I wish Van Cleet sent 150K to my bank account.
I do too.
Me too. And you know what, bro? You know what though, bro? Realistically speaking, the world never gonna be a fair place.
Of course not.
And for everybody that I grew up with that had everything there for them and everything else, they've struggled most of their whole life.
And most of them didn't really have anything, bro. Everybody that grew up where we grew up in Brownsville, Ocean Hill, Bed-Stuy, those provinces of Brooklyn, New York, that shit was third-class citizenship.
No, it was, but the people we often seen that often got what they wanted when they wanted, they didn't know how to go out and get it when it was time to go get it on their own.
I mean, life is gonna teach you. I have no role models.
Life need to teach Van Cleet to send 150K to out more often because let me tell you.
She wants the money so
I
much.
want the money.
Give her the talk to Van Cleef.
Give me the money, Van Cleet. Okay? Because
We got like
look,
6 minutes, 5 minutes.
They said, "What you gonna do for the money, Nay?"
I command smile. Look at that.
You gotta listen. You better lift your leg up again or something. They're not giving the money up. This America, baby.
Why you keep reminding people that I did that?
It's a dead show, so
And
no one's
then-
gonna ever see it again. So it doesn't even matter if he says that. It doesn't even
Yes,
matter.
but
When we
now,
release the X-Files.
now everyone's gonna be like, "Oh,
Bloopers.
Nayla, you can lift your leg above your
Well,
head."
you was like, I did ballet. Nobody asked
I
you.
mean, I had to show you that I had on the Steve Madden's. I
That's
seen
how
what you
you show
talking
somebody
about.
what type of shoes you wear. I just would say, look at my shoes, Nayla.
No, because I wanted
You wanted
the
people
cameras to
see.
see it too. That I wore it. I wore them just
And
for
if
you.
y'all saw it, give it up for Nay because she did that shit.
Yes,
She
let me
did that
tell
shit.
you.
You
Okay,
didn't know she was a ballet dancer.
it is okay to be flexible, folks. It's okay. Maybe you guys should do yoga with me one day.
Nay, this is a family channel.
What's wrong with y'all doing yoga
This
with
is
me?
not a family channel. This is an adult
Is
late
it,
night.
this is an adult late night
This is an adult late night
You
channel.
invite
Hey.
people
late
to do
night
yoga with you.
channel.
Stop it. No one.
She's
Let's
about to
do
have her
yoga.
OnlyFans yoga
Yeah,
page.
That's what I'm trying.
No,
Listen,
I'm not.
that's how you get Van Cleef money.
That's how you get Van Cleef money.
OnlyFans. If you was on
They'll send you
OnlyFans,
some money accidentally.
you're
Then
gonna get. Listen, somebody might just buy you a Van Cleef neck.
word. Then you could be
Right?
one of them people on
Listen,
the low.
any of the view. No,
Heck
let me stop, let me
no.
stop. I'm sorry.
Heck no. You know what? If I were to do an OnlyFans, I would probably do something like weird that would never show my face.
Nate, listen, let it go. Nate's
Like-
not do. She's too
like-
proper. She's
like-
too wholesome for OnlyFans. Let it go.
Well,
Don't say if you would, because
well,
then
look,
people gonna start asking about
I
it.
wouldn't. Look. This is what I'm saying. I just wouldn't want nobody seeing me do the deed. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just a certain
Do the deed.
do the deed. I
I
can't.
thought this was a grown up. Do the deed. What you build? You building a house?
No, stop it.
What?
Like
I don't
I
know
don't,
what
I don't,
the
I don't, I don't want people watching me having.
Intercourse?
No, what we're
Yes.
talking about just doing what we're talking about. It's not that kind of. Get your
That's what-
mind out the
yeah,
gutter. We
that's
said
how-
doing yoga. People would just
No
pay
one's
and
gonna
just
pay
watch.
for that. No,
Yo,
no
you,
one,
no, if you do
people-
it right, listen. Say
people-
you
Come in frame, Shy. You off frame.
people that subscribe to OnlyFans, they subscribe to
Hey, let me see
PORN.
Yeah,
Because I can't say it. I can spell it, though.
Okay.
All right, no, there we go. There we go. No, Nate, you could do yoga, but you would have to do it like you would have to dress up and maybe like.
You
jump
know
in
what?
the
Nah,
pool.
keep with the spirit, girl. Don't do that, man. You stay
High five.
positive. High five, man. There you go, man.
I didn't get a high five, and I told you not to do it first.
Yeah, give him high
I
five.
don't want it now.
It's
Tony
cool.
got it first.
This coochie stay exclusive. Can't everybody see that?
But she couldn't say sex. She had to say the D, but she can say coochie.
Because I'm not saying the
I
V
thought
word.
you were wholesome.
I am wholesome, but you can say
Wholesome
coochie.
women don't say coochie.
Yes, they do.
They say my private parts.
Mm.
Ooh, drop the bomb, Dr. Dope. Politically correct.
Coochie, some sexy red shit. You look like you like sexy red. I can see you getting sexy red in the mirror. When
Boy,
you
you
get
know
ready.
this super fat. Hey, I do like sexy red. I like sexy red, but I'm not like one of those avid fans that's just out there doing what she doing. Now she's wild.
I am not a fan of sexy red.
Boy, you know that thing super fat. I ain't
Get it?
lying.
I can't say anything bad about her, but I don't listen to the music.
Yeah, I don't listen to the music. I said I'm not a fan. So I'm not saying like I dislike the music, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just saying like
No.
to be a fan means that you purchase it, you go look for it,
I love hip
and
hop.
you know.
I just like the fact that she's authentically doing her hood baby
Yeah, if that worked for her. Congratulations, to her. Shout out to her.
That's just it. Like I like the fact that she is who she is.
Sexy
Yes,
red.
shout out Sexy red.
A lot of
Sexy
women
red.
may not have a choice, but you do.
So this is the first episode, and I had fun today.
And Tony, listen.
Now this was a good
For
first
everybody that doesn't know,
episode.
This doesn't matter. We don't
we're
have to say it.
family. No, but people may feel the way. We
Don't
do
don't
this-
worry. The way I'm about to chop up these shorts, man,
No,
it's
listen.
gonna be real
Look,
messy.
let me say something.
'Cause Tony got fans, and I
it-
don't want one of them to
it-
see
if-
me
if-
out and want to jump on. me.
If
They
listen,
might.
Yeah,
I may
they
have
might.
to be your security.
listen.
I'm
If
hurt.
at the end of the day, what works is having somebody that doesn't agree with what I agree with. I have to agree with what you agree with, bro. I don't personally, you know what I mean? Like that's what you believe, you know what I'm saying? And I believe something totally different, and that's cool. And as we continue to do this, some things you may say or whatever, I might agree to it to some degree. But I think that in this episode, I just don't think that we were actually just listening, because I believe that a lot was said, and I think that where you said the system shouldn't be doing it, I totally agree. But then I'm also saying that it's there. So now since it's there shouldn't be an excuse, because you got to move smarter. You feel me? Like,
and what I'm saying to you is that's not fair.
Instead-
is when,
I agree. Look, I agree.
Right.
But I'm not looking for fairness. That's not what I'm looking for.
But I'm not,
Nobody's
I
never
don't-
going to be
no,
fair with
hold
me.
on, time out. Please don't get it misconstrued. It's not about, I'm not saying, oh, I need fair. What I'm saying is, if the scale is imbalanced and that's how it is, then say so and make it known. Attribute that you're less than and I'm less than I, because I achieve more because it's extra hard for me. Say that. Like, give me my props if I gotta walk harder. Don't take it away and try to make me look as less than when I'm doing more with less.
Yeah, but you can't. You know what? We could do what we want on this episode. Look, you can't really, in my opinion, right? You can't really say don't show me lesser than, because what I'm trying to say is this: on the same news channels that's showing it, it be black sisters up there crying for the same people who doing all of this stuff.
But
You
don't
understand?
just-
Like,
Man,
like
the
it
white
be the
man
same
shot
brothers,
What about the dude out here shot his wife? She was cheating. He blew her shit
but
off.
he got 10 years.
Right, but they didn't.
That's a crime of passion.
Yeah, but still, the thing is this though, the portrayal of it, the production that goes, because news is produced. I don't watch the news because it's a produced program. It's just, if it's this news, they're gonna produce it for this angle. If it's that news, they produce it for that angle. If it's about the truth of what's really going on, you don't need to produce that. Just record it and report it as it's happening. But it's always produced.
But there's no disagreeing in there's no disagreement in that, and there's no disagreement in the fact that they are specifically making us look bad.
No, the disagreement is
'Cause it makes money.
When you think it's our job to live our life in fear that the system is after us, that's not fair.
Yo, you know what? And to some degree, I'm telling you, I agree. But what I'm saying is, this is the same system that is poisoning the water supply for every United States citizen. The same people who are flying them planes over
Right.
and spraying out every United,
But
no
here's
matter
the
what
thing.
color they are, they don't care.
Right. Some people get away from it because they can afford it. I don't drink the water here. I don't drink the water
And
anyway.
I agree all of that.
But everyone can't do that, Tony. And if
Like,
we're
you know
talking
what?
how humanitarian we are, we're doing all these,
All I
you know?
see this whole thing is, this is one big pet store to these people. Everyone is a hamster. Doesn't matter what color you are. And what they do is, some hamsters can go through certain tunnels and get on certain wheels that don't cricket or don't rock, and it's just nice.
I agree
because-
with everything you're
because-
saying, except for it does matter the color of the hamster.
Okay, well, you know what? Only because they use this in order to control you.
If I was a hamster, I'll probably be like one of those little caramel ones with the little white spots
She's
on
so
it.
crazy.
No, you
She's
be
so
a little
crazy.
brown hamster with the white thing down the nose with the black nose.
What brown? I like the little caramel ones.
See,
you know, that's
I
I wouldn't be.
like
I wouldn't be. A
You know,
hamster.
not only does
just
she
all the
sound
little
white,
Yeah, I
the
wouldn't
not
be.
only does she sound
But
white,
what I'm saying is that pretty much it doesn't matter if the wheel you get is more shiny than the wheel that I get, right? Because ultimately the car.
nigga, we didn't get a wheel.
No, I know, but just hear me out, King. This is what I'm trying to say. Hear me out,
I
King.
understand
Hear
the
me
wheel
out. Hear,
part.
hear me out, King. All I'm trying to say is that it doesn't matter if you don't get no wheel. The wheel she get is rockety, and the wheel I get is shiny, right? They're all still in a cage. Do you understand? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, at the end of the day, once you wake up to the realization that it's not just about, because it's not just about, okay, my skin color, right? All right, we know they're going to use that in order to control us, to have us arguing with each other, thing else,
But
because
if it's not about that, why is the news and everything making it about
because
that?
they have to, in order to have something to control us with. Because if they don't, then they realize.
So then it's about that.
So then they realize, as long as
That's how they control us in our social classes.
this is how they control us in a social setting. They need to do something in order to have us not talking about what the real problems
No, they
are.
need to pit people. Right. I'm not, bro. I just posted, divided we fall. They need to pit people against each other. I'm not saying, listen, bro, the best thing in life for me was to be black.
I feel the same way.
So I'm not saying it's what I'm trying to tell you is, in our country, in this system, in this society, in this constitution, I love it here, but it's flawed, and it's flawed towards certain people. And that is, I don't
The
respect
criminal
that.
justice system
The criminal justice system is so flawed.
is flawed towards not only people who are Asiatic, but it's also flawed to people who are poor.
Yes.
So it's clear as day. And then we're watching them again go after my boy Donnie, right?
Well,
And
Donnie's different.
but listen, all the charges.
He just bought a whole restaurant of people, Chick-fil-A.
I know, but let me just say
Donnie's
this.
a target.
Let me just say
He
this.
said
Let me
he
just
wants 30
They're gonna
mil-
always
let me just say this. But what it does show is, it shows that it doesn't matter if you have money,
Shout out to Donnie
because
T.
the money really is nothing to these people. You understand? It's just a tool that they also use in order to control you.
No, the money.
They
is
divide
allowed.
you with the hue of your skin.
If Donnie
They
didn't
control
have-
you with the
listen,
money.
If Donnie didn't have the bankroll, he'd be fighting his case from behind bars. He has money, so he's out. He has lawyers, so they make sure that nothing can happen. It's a difference. That's why, like we were talking
It's a
about the
viral
IRS.
moment right here. Because let me tell you something. If Donnie ain't have the money and he was Donnie right now, then the people would have went and got Donnie out of that jail. That much I can promise you
Well,
right
if he didn't
now.
have the money,
The
he
people?
wouldn't have been that. And
They not gonna let him sit in there.
but that's another
We
problem.
not gonna let him
Hold
sit
on,
in
hold on.
there.
Listen, only, and I believe that. I believe that.
We not
I
letting him sit
believe
in
that.
there, buddy.
And the fact that
The
that-
jailer ain't gonna let him sit in there. The sheriff ain't gonna let him sit in there.
whether he's wrong or right, he's not gonna have to face American justice.
Cause he right. He not wrong. That's
Well,
why
then
we
they would-
rocking with
Then
him.
they would let him sit in there and let him fight his case. Why would they take him out? That's
Because
but only he can do that.
because no, there's plenty of people right now who can
No,
fight their cases
no.
and got out and
When
fight
Martin
their
Luther
cases.
King went to jail, he had to wait till they let him go. Nobody
Well,
could go in
you
there
know
and
what?
get him
Well,
out.
Joe Biden ain't got to go in and fight his cases. They was doing all the investigating. They said that he was a man who was senile and they
Joe
couldn't do nothing with
Joe
him. man.
Biden ain't going to jail. Joe Biden going to sleep.
I'm just saying.
But-
I could name some black people too.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I was watching something. Nayla's antics, and it threw me off. But we hope you enjoyed the show.
Yes, guys. Look, y'all already know what's going on the Echelon platform. I think that this was a great first episode. I love
I do
everything
too.
about it. Look at y'all too.
What?
Y'all brought it today. Y'all really laid down some fire today.
No, we all have our opinions, but
Listen.
I just think that we didn't spend enough time to probably listen to what was being said because I didn't disagree with him. I just said that there's no excuse when you know that there's a trap.
What did Will Ferrell say in that movie? No one knows what it means. It's provocative. People are gonna love this.
Yeah, they're gonna love it.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
they're gonna love this.
Either way, you're going to get what you're supposed to get.
Tony, you gonna take us out?
My name is Tony, and I'm one of them. One of them people that know there's no reason why you should be doing something you're not supposed to be doing. And I'm going to tell you guys this right now. If you're out there, you should always be prepared to be the best version of yourself. We should never find ourselves in any situation that we don't specifically want ourselves in. And if you can't find peace
Please
from where
save me
you
some
are,
time.
wait, oh, just no, it's my way to go out. It's my time to go out. So I'm going out.
Can I add a bit?
I mean, go ahead. I'll let you have
Can
a say
I add
before
a
you.
bit?
Go ahead.
Can
I'll
I
let
get-
you.
Can I get one of these?
Go ahead.
bits?
You got it. Go ahead.
Go
Finish
ahead.
what you
Go
gotta say.
ahead.
My name is Dr. Dope, aka Sham God, aka that guy. And I'm not one of them. I'm him.
Tell them about your new Twitter and where, like, how they follow you on it.
No. Look.
I'm
All of that,
not-
I'm him.
yeah,
Listen, I'm one of them. All right.
And I'm him.
I'm one of them. All right.
Damn.
So yeah, and I'm one of them people,
You
and
put
I'm
my
one of
name
them
on it
people
already?
that's gonna see you, and that's gonna make sure that I also hold you accountable too. When you wear
Oh,
your
you don't
pants
remember your Twitter?
off your butt, I'm gonna hold you accountable.
Where my phone
When you
at?
walk around here and
Tony
you
used to
disrespect
put his pants
your
used to hang
own,
off his
they
butt.
used to, but
Yeah.
they don't no more.
And I used to
When
tell
you
him to pull 'em
somebody
up.
who's an
Am I
OG,
lying? Am I
yo, come on,
lying?
hold on, I gotta mute this mic over here. Do I gotta?
I didn't say, yo, pull your pants up.
No.
You gonna sit here and say that I ain't never tell you pull your pants up.
Yeah, of course you had to.
All right. Why you mute me?
I didn't mute you. Can't you still hear yourself?
So who mic you mute?
Nobody's.
Yes. This is my cousin. So he
Uh,
know.
Oh,
So
yeah,
it doesn't
yeah,
matter. Whoa.
I
No,
know
no.
your Twitter
He,
name.
look. He just proved my
What's my
point.
Twitter?
He just
What's
proved
my
my point.
Twitter?
He just proved my point. No. Before we do that, he said, I told you to pull your pants up. Thank you, you guys. Listen, he said, I told you to pull your pants up. Now, you know what? Somebody else is out there telling some kid, take these drugs and go sell them. It's a difference on how you want to be when you are older than someone and you want to show them what it is to be a leader, when you want to be a role model or a representative, when you want to make sure that people follow the way that you move, the steps that you take,
But I
the
also
things that
promoted
you
the
do.
bad things you wanted
Yeah,
to
but
do
you
too,
know what?
Richard.
But then at some point we all outgrew it.
Yes, we did.
So and then it's not because it became the cool thing to do. It became through self-education, and that's the reason why we can still
And
stay
not
around
just
each other.
self-education, but you know, your lifestyle changes, kid. You're in a different tax bracket. You're paying taxes now, so you're part of, you've moved away from where you started and you came here. So life is different for you, and I'm not denying that. But what I'm saying to you essentially is the way the game is, it's rigged, and it's rigged different for certain people. I never cried foul. You know, I'm just saying hold them accountable.
All right, now this is my thing. Just humor me real quick, King. They did the redlining and the black coding, so they made sure people in certain zip codes couldn't get the loans, everything else. But now I see kids running around here, bust down Rolex watches, tons of BS diamonds. I mean, they spend tons of money, PP loans on a whole bunch of stuff. I could have watched and witnessed one of the greatest black renaissances that have taken place since they did the Harlem
How when they
Renaissance.
don't have no
Look,
leaders,
now,
man.
no, this is what I'm saying, though, King. Pardon me. That's just what I'm saying. So it can't be a point because you know how to go get the money when you learn how to finesse a PPP loan. You know how to get the money when you learn how to not spend the re-up and take that extra and put it on there to go see the connect to go get more so you can finish faster. You know
You knew that.
okay, but
It's a different time.
in
Tony.
order
They don't know
in,
that.
in order for these people to acquire what it is that I'm seeing, right? Just in this case, right, specifically, right? There hasn't been enough of these individuals putting this type of money together in order to purchase land, to cultivate and start building on it. And then all I'm saying is this. All I'm saying is this, King. So if the idea is to say there's a system and it's playing you, right? And you not playing the system, then you in the way.
Listen, when did you learn financial literacy?
In prison.
Okay. So I just bring that point up. Think about this. This is just another aspect. Entertainment. Who's the most prominent people in entertainment?
The record executives.
You know what I mean? And what kind of music they sell? What's the selling music right now?
Pop.
That's
Hip hop is hip hop, but it's pop because it's
Right,
like
right,
Drake.
right,
Like,
right,
you know,
right. But it's music from
Yeah.
that those people.
Yeah.
What else? Fashion, sports, all
Mhm.
of that. Which group of people are all you see in those eras?
they use black people.
Right. So black people are all over entertainment, all over the TV, but they don't own anything. You got all of this music, all these record label execs, all of these Jay-Z, Diddy's, Rick Ross's, all of them, but none of them have a distribution company to distribute music. Even though they've taken that kind of out the equation with streaming, and Jay was the only person to have a streaming service, but he doesn't even have that now. So like, think about it.
Okay, now
He
We
doesn't
don't-
have
so wait,
title
so
no more.
wait.
We never
Did
had.
he sell
Most of
it?
us learned financial literacy.
What happened
by
to
Okay,
title?
but
messing up
he
money,
just
and it's
said,
been
but he
sold
just
out.
said, he
He
just
sold
said, but
it?
he just said a lot, right?
I
Look,
think that was probably his ultimate goal, anyways.
The guy who had Twitter sold it to Elon and then bought title and then sold Twitter to Elon, something like that. So
I think that he unpacked a whole lot, right? So now, what you're basically still saying to me, in my opinion, is that that's all something that you're gonna be choosing to do. Like once you because look, if I got a kid, I'm bringing the kid into the world, and I know all of these things exist. I know all these traps exist. It's my job as a parent to make sure that they don't fall
Definitely,
short and they don't fall
definitely.
into it, right?
but not many people
So-
know what you and I
So,
know.
but nah, see, the whole thing is still the information is out there because I had a father who wasn't there and I had a mother who didn't care, right? So I had to find the information out. And even though I was blessed enough to have men when I was incarcerated that were like from juvenile jail that chose to mentor me and give me, proper instruction. And I was blessed for that. Like God bless Mr. Rowland, Mr. Jocko from Goshen, upstate New York, Tryon, and Poughkeepsie, because they gave me a different outlook. You understand? But there's still no excuse once you know. You feel me? It's like, look,
Let me ask you a question, man. Because everything you did, I did a little bit earlier. You know.
Yeah.
So now my question to you is: have I ever made an excuse? I don't even blame anybody. I don't. My mom, my dad.
I've never heard one.
I've never been in. If I can, but I don't. I carry that shit, and I'm not saying that I'm crying for people. What I'm saying is, let's acknowledge the fact that a disparity exists, just like in the federal prison system, which we graduated from, and I equate me being a man and learning that there. The crack law, that was a big disparity.
it was.
Right. And it was a racial thing because blacks had crack, whites had coke. You could have a lot of coke and a little bit of crack. You get a little bit of time for a lot of coke and a lot of time for
That was
a little
Joe
bit of
Biden.
crack. No, that
That
Joe
was his-
Biden voted for it.
No. He wrote it up.
But a
Him,
lot-
Chuck Schumer.
right.
Him and Chuck Schumer created the bill.
Hines, Clinton, everybody.
Nah, Clinton
supported
pushed the
it.
dude. He said
Right,
Clinton was the
they
president.
supported it. Right,
But it was Biden's
it was wrong though.
pen.
It was wrong though. And for that, like not hundreds, thousands, millions of families were fucked over, and that was wrong.
And I got to work with Donald Trump to make sure that 90,000 black men were released
All
from
right, they
prison
came out, but
that were put
bro,
there because of it.
letting them go from prison and then what? If they've been in prison 10 years, they don't
I
know
mean-
shit.
I
Men
mean-
don't know how to use computers or nothing. It's not like the prison system
I earned my
them.
PhD in prison.
That was a choice because you had extra resources
Now,
and
King,
other things.
now look, you said it. You said the main thing. You said that was a choice. All right. So now
I didn't have any resources, bro.
You did have resources.
Nah, bro, listen.
Everyone, I mean, I was in the same prison.
Bro, look, my grandmother, God bless her dead, said, Tone, I want you to be a preacher. And I said, why? And since she asked me to do it, I went to the law library, signed up to the computer, put the password and stuff that she told me to go in, and then every single day, you know, it was
Did
allowing
you
us
have
to
to
get.
pay anything?
She paid for me.
Okay.
She paid
this,
for me.
This
You
is what I
studied
mean by
theology?
resources.
Yes.
Yeah. This is what I mean by resources. You had someone to pay. A lot of motherfuckers don't have anyone to pay for them to use the phone, eat, or so many things. So they can't afford to pay for it.
But you know how we was also getting it. We was
No, no,
making
but
money
wait,
in
wait,
there and
wait,
sending
wait,
it home.
Let me finish. Again, you're talking about you and other people. I don't know who this we is.
Yeah, all right.
But
We made money and sent it home.
right, but
No
that-
one really sent us anything we ain't make.
Tony, you had a lot of help, bro. The house you grew up in.
Something
shout
had
out
to happen.
Shout out to Mommy Martha. You had
Shout out to Mommy.
influential people
Like I said,
around you.
something had
Shout
to
out to
happen.
Lonnie, his namesake. You had people who were around you that had a good influence. You didn't have it.
That's a fact.
Like other people had it in those projects where you grew
There
up.
were people
bro.
who had it worse.
Right. So you gotta acknowledge that and say that, yo, a lot of people and they had kids and their kids are fucked up 3 times worse than they were because they didn't know what to tell them.
Yeah,
like
but
you
then-
said, it's a parent's job
But
to
you-
teach the kids.
but you know
and
what?
Some people become parents and don't know what to
The
do,
sad,
and they raise a group of fucking idiots.
The sad
crack
thing
babies,
is-
or however we used
the
to
sad
call it.
thing is the success stories we never hear about. You know why? Because like you and I, we change our lives,
Right.
moving at the
we
pair,
no longer fit the
and
program.
no longer even partake in
Right.
any of the
So
discussions.
Nobody wants to talk about
So
that.
nobody wants to.
Right. That's the other side of what I said about the news.
So there's a lot of people though who were around that we didn't see, but they made the decisions and the choices even before we decided to, and they just got up and just left.
No, bro, listen, I can't. I didn't have to do any of that.
Yeah, it was a
I
choice for
chose
me.
to do that.
It was a choice
Like
for me.
I was, people who know me know, man, I was good. I chose to do that, but I was also dumb as a brick because the school system failed to educate us. That's what we're gonna talk about next time. Why do we need school?
I agree.
Because you
the
come out of school,
system-
you have no financial literacy, you don't know how to get a job, you don't know how to file your taxes, you don't know how to do so many different things in this country. So what is the purpose of school other than telling us the Pilgrims had a feast with the Indians?
Can we say that for another episode?
Yo, you know what? Now maybe we could talk about school choice on the Mon Ticket platform. We don't want to make YouTube go too crazy. We might have to do a whole nother launch show too, and keep this in the cut, but keep this as a first one, and keep this as a like the
You
000,
think it was too heavy?
like 2000,
What
and
the
then we'll
viewers
do
are
like a
saying.
first one because the thing is for this platform. We could just let them know. You know, we appreciate you guys for being here, man. Thank you guys for being
Thank
here.
y'all. Thank
If
y'all.
this might be our first official pilot 00 episode. Stay tuned for episode number 1. When do we come back? Monday or tomorrow, Queen?
We come back Monday.
We'll be back here Monday,
Monday.
and we will have content for you
Oh
guys.
my God, that's a lot of people were giving us. We gotta let this live. Read those. This is a great
Fatherless
show.
homes, yeah, man. Fatherless homes, man. It's a lot. It's a lot that deals with. You know, it's not just the.
Right?
You know what? I want to rock out for a little bit. We got time. We don't got. You gotta go. You gotta go.
No,
You
but
gotta
we
go.
gotta let them have this show. I don't want
It's
to not have
Friday.
this.
We're gonna
Because
keep
look
it
at
up,
all of that.
bro. We're gonna keep it up.
That's
What-
a lot of
But
interaction.
we're gonna keep it up. Listen, look, we're gonna keep it up.
I don't care.
But my whole thing is this.
Oh, y'all taking me out after this.
The point of
Tony got all the money with them little shorts.
the point.
Hey, they may give us some stuff for free. They see
Yeah.
Tony in them shorts.
Please don't start because we don't want to hear.
Nah, no Diddy, no Diddy, no
Right.
Diddy, no Diddy.
Next
I don't want
thing you
nobody start offering me something I don't want. I don't want a party.
'Cause you can't start
Stop
him
it.
up. Can't start
Get some
him up.
help.
Help.
I don't want a party.
Stop it. Get some help.
Listen, if you see Tony in the street and you want to get him going, all you gotta do,
He wears shorts.
yeah, is compliment him. Say, "Ooh, those legs look nice," and he'll dance for you. He'll
Nah,
the boys look.
And he gonna show
he is.
muscles for
Listen,
sure.
listen.
I'm playing.
I'm gonna put his cell phone number out there for all you ladies out there. He like them thick
He
and
not gonna
big.
do that.
He said he want to be cool in the summertime, and he said he want to be warm in the winter.
Tony,
He said he don't like them thin as a splinter. He like them eating double dinners. So I'm gonna make sure I since we got jokes, I'm gonna make sure I put this man's
he not gonna.
What
do-
they say in the
listen,
comments?
1-800. Get your number for your stashing boys.
Yeah, don't
Tony,
listen to
what
that.
what they say in the comments?
Tony. When is the last time you been on Gun Hill Road?
You know what? It's been a while since I've been on Gun Hill Road, man.
What's this? 24. I was there in 22.
What is
I was there
what is that?
20. Last time I was there is the
Bronx.
Bronx. I was there in
Oh, okay.
2020 and 2021 when I was running for Congress. Back then, when I was running for Congress, that's when I was there.
Okay, running for Congress.
I ran for Congress. Yes, I did. I ran for Congress.
Sprinkle a little something on there. Drop a
Thank
bomb
you,
on
thank
them
you,
for
thank you,
running
thank
for
you.
Congress.
I was foolish enough to try to help my own people out, and then you have people online talking about that's why you lost, and I'm sitting there like, yeah, who else is gonna waste a couple $1 million to try to help people out? Nobody.
Right. Nobody, because nobody cares. If we don't care, nobody cares.
Yeah, I care, so I tried. I did.
Now,
what I
don't
could
get
do.
me wrong. Listen, and I'm gonna say this. Like, yeah, I'm
He said, "Have
advocating.
you seen the amount of what?"
He says, "Have you seen the amount of construction?" No,
Oh, so they're trying to rebuild it.
they're probably trying to rebuild it.
Now, don't get me
Is
wrong.
it a
like,
place that can be gentrified or something?
They're gentrifying it now with the illegals.
Yeah,
What?
no, let's not talk about the.
Yeah, we can't do
Shout
that.
out to the Bronx.
Shout out to the Bronx.
But let me just say,
Gentrifying it is just like basically they have people who don't belong here that came here, and some people who are seeking asylum that should be here, and they're gonna mix and mash
that's not
all of them people.
gentrifying.
Well, you know what? It's a reverse gentrification.
No, this
It's
is
a reverse.
these people they're bringing in is some project that the powers that be are working.
Because
on.
first they got to destroy and cheapen the neighborhood and the community so they could buy it for the cheap,
Right.
and then kick everybody out,
Well, hold up.
and then put the condominiums up.
This is kind of agreeing with Tony because I don't want you guys to think that yes, as a black person, we all have to hold ourselves to a higher standard. Don't fit the stereotype. Don't play into that shit. Don't be the meme. Like, want more for yourself. Like, you can't say Black Lives Matter or buy black or anything when you cheapening the brand.
And that's another thing.
foolishness.
It's like too, like, look, you said
So,
something about
So we must all be accountable and like what I said when. Cause this is like my brother. So yeah, if he was wearing his pants like that, cause that was the style, and he was in the hip hop, and I'd be like, yo, put your pants.
Oh,
up,
you was
you a
wearing them.
guard.
You was wearing them big pants.
yeah, but you know what though? He said something, and I don't want him to lose track of it. He said the people's clothes. So now when he was talking, he was like, black people, we don't have our own industries, we don't have our own. Shout out to Omni and the Hellcat, cause Omni and the Hellcat got his own sneaker. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and I'm about to start buying his sneakers
No,
too.
Starberry got
So,
one.
so,
Just a few.
so, but what I'm trying to say is that it's a choice
But do
that
you
we
think
go
that
out.
the way that these brands were marketed, like you said, Starbucks? Because I remember they were in Old Navy
No,
or
he's in China getting money. They don't like.
You
We
know
don't
what?
support our own.
But and
But
this is what I was trying to
remember
say.
when that shoe
So
came out, and it was just kind of like a thing, like, ugh.
No, but you know why we
Ew.
don't support our own? Because
it's a choice.
no, people listen. You know this as you ran for
Shaq's
office.
was in
and you're-
Payless.
and you're a leader. There are a lot of sneakers that are black made, but being made by a black man or having some a person of color, whatever you want to say, name on the shoe, they didn't make it. You can't buy black if the bank is not black. That doesn't exist.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so at the end of the day, all of this is just messaging in order to use our own intelligence against each other. If we are waking up and we're thinking that somehow somebody who's a different color than us is going to have it some sort of different, then we're not living in the same place. Because I know they're poisoning everybody. You understand? Like, as far as I'm concerned, whether it's through the food sources, the water sources, the air sources, or through the information, they want everybody kids to be old deeps or be around old deeps. They don't put something in there and it just specifically fairy dust all over the place, and it's just fairy dust for the black kids. We just want the black kids running around there just chopping any things off and running around here all fairy dusted.
Well,
No, they want to fairy dust everybody's kids so
No,
they can
time out,
OD
time out,
everyone's
time out,
kid with the
time out.
fairy dust. They want to Peter Pan everyone's kid. This ain't we're gonna Peter Pan the black kids. No, they Peter Pan all the kids. Get all the kids, Peter Pan all the kids. So
No,
we gotta say stuff like this because we don't want to get
No.
taken over YouTube.
I was kind of no Diddy. I don't agree with you with that. A lot.
I
of
can't
that.
believe that no Diddy's a thing now.
Look at SpongeBob. Like, look at this stuff that they got that's out here. All this stuff is like fairy dust.
I
Peter
say
Pan.
This, I say this right.
Peter Pan.
I don't care what like when it comes to children, that's different. But a grown up, what y'all do is what y'all do. However, they make it like you said, they make it seem like the black community is like the a haven for gays. That's not the truth.
It's not the
That's
truth. It's the farthest from the truth.
Right.
Then why you think they got so many memes attacking Diddy and everything now? And then the powers that be know this.
So
They know this. So they already knew if they threw him out to his own community, like the wolves, they would take him and they would just start assassinating his character. They knew this already.
and that I'm glad you said that. I think, yo,
They did the same thing to Bill Cosby.
What's the guy
America's
from,
dad.
What's the guy from Nickelodeon? They got Nickelodeon. They got Woody Allen. They got so many people. That
Oh, you talking about Dan Schneider?
Yeah, there's so many funny business people, but and they don't their communities, their people let
You got Jenna.
Right.
What's the name? Kristen. What's the name?
Right.
What's the name? What's that person's name again?
Ruthie B.
Caitlyn.
Caitlyn.
And-
Caitlyn got a whole body.
Right, and their people stand beside them. They don't be like, cancel that, check. They stand beside them, and we be like, what? Cancel that, cancel that, cancel that, cancel that, cancel that, cancel that.
Shout out to Chris KRS-One.
KRS-One, what's up?
Yeah, everything. Look,
What KRS-One do?
nah, he just shouted him out, so we gonna shout him out. Shout
Oh.
out to KRS-One. Shout him
Yeah.
out.
What? KRS-One's a pioneer.
That's my guy. It's one of my favorite rappers of all time.
I mean, if KRS-One isn't in one of your favorites, you don't know hip hop.
He's,
So,
he's,
I mean,
he's in
that's
my top five.
That's my opinion.
He's in my
okay?
top five. So
I
KRS-
Your favorite KRS-One
guess
song?
I guess I don't know.
Bridge is
hip-hop.
over, but I like the Bridge Over, but I like the Sound of the Police because that's what me and my father used to listen to all the time. And Madism, no, Madism is probably like
But that's
it's
Channel
my
Live,
favorite.
That's not him.
yeah, but he's on it.
You're right, right. Okay.
He's on it. He's on it.
Love's Gonna Get You is one of my favorites.
Love's gonna get you cool, but I just remember just the times with me and my pop, and my pop
I'm
used to
just
roll up,
taking
he'd
notes.
throw me the Dutch.
But the bridges, though, I mean, you've heard that beat, but you're young.
You're younger than
Yeah,
us,
I'm
you
just
know.
like I.
But the
have-
Bridge is Over is
I have
like
no clue. what
that's
it
like
is.
epic. That's like the first real hip hop diss record ever was done by KRS-One, Chris.
Word, that man.
The Bridge is Over.
Man, back down memory lane.
Word. The Bronx keep creating
Word,
it.
dog.
Queen
What?
keep
That line right
Brooklyn
there.
keep on taking it.
Manhattan keeps on making it. Brooklyn keeps on taking it. Bronx keeps creating it, and Queens keeps on faking it. You know how many fights
That started.
had happened over that? The boroughs.
How
in
many
New York-
murders?
The boroughs in New York are crazy right now because of that line, right? That line right there has set the standard for all boroughs.
That
in New
divided
York.
all the boroughs right there. That solidified the division. That was it.
And Brooklyn stole my couch.
That word to mother.
They said the Brooklyn boys was taking everything.
All right, let me see. Check out this. It's newest shit. Street Light. I'm gonna check it out. Chris is a prophet. I'm gonna check it out. I'm definitely gonna check it out.
KRS-One taught me history. Garrett was you must learn, and he taught you about Black history. Yeah.
All right, let me get us out of here. All right, whether or not you agree with the content in today's show, I hope you guys were entertained and enjoyed the fact that we came.
I
here
was
to bring
entertained.
you guys content that we got to bring you guys today, and we will be back Monday to bring you guys the official launch of our show. We will have champagne here, and we'll probably have more live studio audience.
Popping bottles.
We got champagne
we got a
downstairs.
live studio audience here now.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like, but we'll
shout
have
out
an
to the live
official
studio
show
audience.
because right now this is not. None of this is timed in. None of this is
Yeah,
done.
we
So
didn't do,
we didn't. So yeah, so we're gonna have our first official show on Monday, and it will be 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you guys,
Wow.
please make sure that you're prepared. This is the Echelon platform. We will have tons of great conversations like this, passionate, heated. We will have tons of content out there, new information, things for us to react to. And don't forget, we also will be doing reviews on luxury homes here in Houston, Texas, as well as in Dallas, Texas, and as well as the best luxurious cars money could buy. Some of the most meticulously made. I'm talking about one of ones, Rolls Royces, Bentleys, everything you could think of. Me, Dr. Dope, and our great host here, Nosy Nay, will be bringing you guys all of this content
And
here
you
on
can't
the
forget
Echelon.
about my favorite,
What's that?
the food.
The food. We will be doing, well, she's going to do the food reviews, not us. She'll be doing the, and going to the restaurants.
Food.
He'll be doing it too, and he'll be dragging me out, and we'll be going together. We'll figure it out.
Ice cream
I
so
do
good.
Takeaway. I eat good, but I take away. I don't like the restaurants.
You do takeout?
Do you do DoorDash?
I
do
don't.
it no
I
more.
can't do it no more. I seen
I
what
don't
you
do it
posted.
no
I can't do
more.
it no more. You guys, we got to get out of here. We'll be behind the scenes. Peace, everybody.
Peace.